All right, so I've just seen Asteroid City, the new film by Wes Anderson. So just a disclaimer real quick for any of you guys who are big Wes Anderson fans and have seen every Wes Anderson movie, you might get offended by this review. You are going to be offended by my ignorance. I have only seen a small portion of Wes Anderson's movies. I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, I've seen Moonrise Kingdom, and I've seen Isle of Dogs, and now I've just seen Asteroid City. So I still have a lot of homework to do when it comes to Wes Anderson's filmography, but I do really like his style, and I've liked Fantastic Mr. Fox. I really liked Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I did like Moonrise Kingdom and Isle of Dogs. So I was interested in Asteroid City, which is why I watched it. And I enjoyed it, but it's probably my least favorite of Wes Anderson's movies that I've seen, which for reasons like that I'll get into. But as far as on the positive side, it is visually gorgeous. I love how Wes Anderson sets up his shots. So I was never bored by what I was seeing on screen. It is a visual marvel. The set pieces are breathtaking. They have a very charming quality to them, very simple, but there's always something interesting to look at, and he always frames and places his actors and his set pieces in interesting locations. So you're looking from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen, and it's not like anything you see in any other movie. So that he does that in his other movies, he does that perfectly here as well. So that was good. The actors all seem to be having a blast as far as I can tell. This is a stacked cast. And there are some really famous actors that only show up for like maybe 8 seconds of screen time, but you can tell they're having a ball, so that's good. The comedy is typical Wes Anderson comedy. Characters are just, it feels like they have no filter. They're just saying whatever comes into their brain, very deadpan and matter-of-factly, which really hits home. There are no belly laughs like in other movies, but it got a lot of good hearty chuckles out of me, the comedy. So the comedy really fulfills a lot of stuff here. The story is engaging enough, but there really isn't a lot of substance to it, and I think this may have been the point of the movie, and if it was, then I just really can't get on board with it. But the movie just seems to kind of show events happening, and then the movie just kind of ends, and you're kind of left with well, that's that. I don't want to get into spoilers about what exactly that means. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing about the movie. I do believe that that is the kind of the vibe that the movie was going for when it comes to terms of plot and character development. For me personally, it was a little emotionally unsatisfying. I was hoping for a little more direct and clear character arcs like I saw in Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs, Moonrise Kingdom, and stuff like that. But I'm not saying that that's a bad filmmaking and bad storytelling decision on Wes Anderson's part. I do believe it was intentional, but it didn't really work for me personally. And again, this may be my ignorance coming through. This might be something that he typically does in his older movies that I still have yet to see. But I'm just talking for me. It kind of left me a little unsatisfied. However, I still enjoyed it. It is a funny movie. It is a beautiful movie. This is a movie I can definitely see you like putting on the background as like a screensaver, or just putting it on TV and putting it on mute and just having the beautiful images to just play through. So yeah, all in all, Asteroid City, enjoyable time, a lot of fun to see the cast work. Wes Anderson is a masterful director. So story, so plot, but at the end of the day, a pretty good movie, if not the best. So, yeah, go see it if you want.